Hey everybody, it's Jewelyn. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my home here in Santa Monica, California. Welcome to a little plant haul, planting with Jewelyn. It's Saturday afternoon. So today and yesterday has been really gloomy. It almost feels like June gloom in April. So I thought it'd be appropriate to go ahead and wear a onesie in today's video. I love buffalo plant. I have my hair tied up. I want to talk about a really fun product that really switched up my plant life, and then we're going to go ahead and do some planting. So I recently acquired this toy and I can't believe I finally have a blower. I've been wanting one ever since I moved into this place. You guys know, if you guys watch my morning routine or my plant routine, you guys know I do a lot of sweeping with this big tree above me that creates mess throughout the day. Now that I have a blower and it's super compact, I can go ahead and blow out my patio every day because my gardener comes only on Mondays and I love when he blows through. But now I can go ahead and blow every day and my place looks like somebody actually lives here. So this has really switched up the game. To share with you the moisture meters that I've been using now for a couple of months. This is also in my Amazon store. I know you guys always ask me for a watering routine. I will probably do that in the future. So with my collection being really large and spaced out throughout my home, there's no really watering, but this particular is a 3-way moisture meter, and I love this because it checks the pH balance, it checks if it's moist, and it also checks the light. So I love these moisture meters than the run prong meter because that only tells you if it's dry, moist, or wet. This one you're actually getting pH and also light. So if you guys are interested, this has been in my Amazon store for quite some time. I use this apron on. I have my potting soil mixed up, nice, light, and airy, and I also have worm castings in it, which is my organic fertilizer. I have all of that in my Amazon store as well. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this Peperomia Rosso. It's been living in my bathroom by my humidifier, and this is going to be the second time I attempt to raise this plant in my collection. The first time it didn't do really well. This thing is very finicky. I think the first time I had this plant, I probably had it outside and it didn't do well. I don't remember. It was definitely well over a year ago when I last had the Peperomia Rosso. But you want to be very careful with this one because it is a finicky peperomia. So if you're new to plants, new to peperomias, I don't really suggest this plant. I would probably go with a more hardier plant like Peperomia obtusifolia, where it's more on the waxy side, less finicky. So what I'm doing is I'm just finding the root ball here and seeing how big it is on the bottom, and then I'm going to decide what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna put it in this plastic planter or not. Again, there's a lot of fallouts. If this plant does not survive in my collection this time around, I will not be purchasing the plant again. I decided to get this plant this time around because I haven't seen a Peperomia Rosso this large in a very long time. I usually see it in like 4-inch planters, so I was like, okay, Jewelyn, why not? So I'm gonna go ahead and transplant it in here. Last plastic planter that I had that I wanted to go ahead and dedicate it to a plant that was on the finicky side. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just really be careful with this guy and see how well it does in this plastic planter. What I'm gonna do, guys, for this plant is, after learning from the first time having this plant, I think the first time I had this plant, it was in a little 4-inch planter, so it wasn't that big like this, but I'm nervous with this plant. I think with my decision of putting it in this plastic planter and leaving it in my bathroom, that's probably its best bet. I know my ripples are doing really well in the bathroom, so it kind of has that same kind of texture in the leaf, very similar to the Rosso. So I have a lot of fallouts. That kind of makes me nervous, but I am just going to keep an eye on it. Again, if I see anything wrong with the plant, I'll either put it back in a nursery planter, or I'll just kind of maybe see, maybe it doesn't like the planter that it's in. And I'm just going to make sure that this plant gets a lot of TLC. It's one of those finicky plants. I know Carrie has one, and I'll be going over to her house very soon to do a spring 2019 plant tour, and hers is living in a bedroom and doing well. But I think that's going to be it for now. Just have my little toothbrush here, and I'm just kind of dusting off the soil from the leaves. So here's the plant. I think it looks really great in this plastic planter. I'll keep you guys posted. I'm gonna leave that there. There was a lot of fallouts, but that's to be expected with that plant. I will not touch it. Let's move on to the next one. Here's another fern. This is the silver ribbon fern, according to the Las Vegas nursery that I picked it up from. I'm going to go ahead and see what kind of planter I can put it in. I wish I had more plastic planters. Ideally, I would like that other white one. If you watch my plant tour, you see that I have a bunch of my ferns and tradescantias in these white nursery plastic planters that did so well for my plants that I want to find more. But let's see. I'm going to try to see if it's going to work well in here. I hope this works out. If not, I'm going to have to figure out what to do for this guy. Okay. What do you guys think? I think this could be a look. Just going to press it down in here and top it off with soil and just kind of keep an eye on it. Guy needs to go. There's a lot of bent leaves. I might have to prune it off and just kind of start fresh. But nonetheless, I think this is the perfect aesthetic. Take a look at that. What do you guys think? Isn't that adorable? Like, imagine this in my macrame hanger somewhere in my house. I think that's so stunning. What I think I want to do, guys, now is before I get into any cactus and succulents, I'm gonna bring over my big alocasia and I'm going to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. I have one big white planter that I've had in my collection for a while. There's babies in it. So here's another plant that I would like to take care of right now. This is my second Hoya Bella. I'm gonna see if it can fit really nicely in this white planter. And I may sell off babies from my original Hoya Bella. I'm not sure yet, or I might just keep both. I do that. I will repurchase the same plant multiple times, especially Hoyas and Peperomias. But for the most part, I do a lot of repurchasing for Hoyas because I'm a huge sucker for all Hoyas. That's the planter. I don't want to mess up too much on this plant. I'm just going to throw some soil on the bottom and see if it'll pop right in. It's nice and healthy and happy in this mixture, so I don't want to mess with it too much. If I feel like it's starting to look unhappy in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take it out, find the root ball, and give it a new mixture. But guys, like, look at the plant. It's nice and healthy. I don't want to disturb it too much. Hoyas are very finicky. This is on the wet side, so I'm not going to be watering this anytime soon. Take a look at that. Isn't that stunning? Oh my goodness. Hoya goes. So that's another plant. Love that. Here it is, guys. Take a look at this. I did prune off two big leaves because it was yellowing and it looked really bad. So what I'm going to do is loosen up the planter and try to shimmy it out. There's lots of babies in here. This is when I need my grandma Catherine. Whoa. Okay, as you can see, there's multiple babies. I don't like this, so I'm gonna have to prune this off here. There's some oxalis in here. Let's go ahead and take the oxalis out. As you can see, okay, oxalis is out. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to kind of loosen up the root ball. I'm going to keep the babies attached to the mother plant for now. Like, look at this one. Look how stunning this is. Love it. then here's the root system. I think that looks good, guys. I see multiple babies in here. I have exposed the root ball, but now I would like to see if it can fit in this planter. This is probably the biggest planter I have. So let's just do a test fitting here. Okay, this is a tight one, but I think for now I'm gonna do this in here. I could easily take the baby off and propagate it, but for now I'm just gonna leave it as is. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna place some soil on the bottom. Do that, and then what I'm gonna do is, this is gonna be temporary housing. Now that I know that this is a really tight fit, I'm going to be on a search for a bigger planter, but for now I'm just gonna do this. And stay tuned for me to transplant this in a bigger planter, because right now this is the biggest available white planter that I have in my collection. But for now, this is gonna have to do until I get a bigger planter, maybe that's 1 inch wider from this one here. But for now, at least for the next week, you will live here, and I will continue to search for the perfect planter for you. I'm just glad that I have you. Okay, look at this, guys. Take a look at that. Isn't that stunning? So pretty. This is the next two that I want to focus on. Let's go ahead and place this on the side here. So here's one of these trailing. I want to say this is some kind of variegated senecio. Sound off down below. I got this at the nursery in Long Beach, but of course not ID'd. And I'm going to see if it works well in that planter. I think that's perfect. Just gonna loosen up the root ball system. Do that. One nice scoop. Press it down and then top it off. I think that's perfect. Love it. I can even get a little trellis and have it lean up like this. I think that's so stunning. Okay, that's gonna complete the look of this one, which I think is so cute. Now here is my ficus that I got from Poway. You guys seen that come with me and haul down in southern California. And this is the Ficus Ruth Bancroft. It's a rare plant. Root system is hard as rock. I'm just gonna give it a slight squeeze. And then what I'm gonna do is, I got this planter also from Poway. I'm gonna see if they match up. Isn't that adorable? I think it kind of gives me like a zen moment here. Let's see here. Get some soil on the bottom. And then I think this could be a look in here. I was trying to figure out the perfect plant for this planter, and I think this could be a look. And the fact that it came from the same city, I think that's great. My little San Diego souvenir. Take a look at that. How cute is that? I love the planter. There's feet on there too. Very cute. I love it. Okay. How many plants did we do, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I will save my succulents and cacti for the next video. I definitely wanted to go ahead and take care of the houseplants. So here is today's plant gang. I absolutely love how everything turned out. I have 6 new babies planted up in today's video. I'm very happy with all of the things that recently came into my collection. I have my beautiful Alocasia, which I got from Cypress, California, and a planter that I probably got from TJ Maxx Las Vegas about 2 years ago. I have my newest Hoya Bella, which is my second Hoya Bella that I put up in a white planter that I got in Ontario, as well as my newest fern, which I picked up from Las Vegas, which is also in that same type of planter. And then I also have my Peperomia Rosso on the right, which is a finicky plant. It is a repurchase plant. I'm finally giving myself a second chance. I got that from San Marcos, California. Up front, I'm not too sure exactly what this is. I want to say it might be rare because I've never seen it before. Some kind of variegated trailing senecio, I'm thinking. Sound off down below. I have it in a Daiso Japan planter. All of these plants are new and recently acquired to my collection. My goal for my Alocasia would definitely be to transplant it in a bigger planter because the root ball is really big, but for now this is what it's going to live in, and I think it was better than what it looked like before with all those yellowing leaves. I think this is its best life as of right now, so I'm just gonna leave it for now until I find a new planter. And then as far as for my Alocasia, ideally I want to find a planter at least an inch bigger for him, but for now this is the biggest planter I have. I think he's a lot happier in this planter compared to what he was in. There was a lot of yellowing leaves that I pruned off him that I didn't save for the video, but I think right now he is living his best life, so stay tuned for a new home for him. I think they look absolutely adorable, so let's go ahead. So here we are with today's plant gang. It was a very fun planting with Jewelyn. Stay tuned because I'm going to do an upcoming planting with Jewelyn either today or tomorrow, featuring my succulents and cacti babies. I wanted to separate them from today's plants. These are more on the house plant side, so I want to just kind of just stick on that theme. All of these plants came from numerous different places, which is really cool. My Alocasia, which I'm a huge fan of, came from Cypress, California. So the cool thing about my plants, guys, is that they come from so many interesting, cool places. All of these plants came from different parts of my plant travels. I have my beautiful Alocasia, which I will always be obsessed with Alocasias. This came from Cypress, California. My rare Ficus Bancroft came from Poway, California. My second Hoya Bella, which is thriving and triple the size of my original Hoya Bella, came from Canoga Park. I have my second repurchased Peperomia Rosso, which I purchased from San Marcos, California. I have a brand new fern added to my collection from Las Vegas, and then I have some unidentified, looks like some kind of senecio, variegated and trailing. This is from Long Beach, California. So plants from all different parts of the city from my travels. So this is really cool to see plants from different parts of my plant travels ganged up together and planted in today's video. Sound off down below, guys, what was your favorite. Stay tuned for an upcoming planting with Jewelyn. In my next planting with Jewelyn, I would like to focus on my epiphytic, cacti, and succulent type plants where they're a little bit more hardier. I wanted to take care of these house plants first because they're on the finicky side. So before I go ahead and wrap up today's video, I wanted to do another plant friend shout out. This one is going to Wheezy Breezy. She posted this up yesterday on my vintage plant stand DIY makeover. She says here, "Hi Jewelyn, I always give a thumbs up before I watch your videos. Laugh out loud. I miss seeing your grandma. Hope all is well. Happy weekend." Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It means so much to me. I film, edit, and upload daily. I dedicate anywhere between 3 to 8 plus hours for the channel every day so that you guys can have new content to inspire you each and every day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My grandma will be back in my space mid-June. I'm so excited to have her back. I want to give a shout out to my grandma and my mom because by the time this video goes up, I'm thinking it's going to be around Mother's Day. So give or take, right now you're probably seeing content that is about 2 weeks back because I have that much content that I've been filming. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My grandma and my mom supports me every day watching the channel, so I definitely wanted to say hello to them. And I can't wait to style these plants in my home. There's so many things that happen on the daily, guys, with my collection. Plants are getting shifted. I'm restyling different ways. So I hope this inspires you. I can't wait to see my new Hoya Bella in my collection. I would like to put this fern in my bathroom somewhere. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos. If you enjoyed this one and you're new, welcome to the channel. Hit the bell, subscribe button to be notified on my daily uploads. I do a daily video here on the channel, inspire you each and every day. Soon enough, guys, I'm gonna be well over 500 videos, which is so crazy. Thank you guys for supporting me. And also, sound off down below, guys, what was your favorite plant of the day? Do you have any of them? I would love to know in the comments down below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until next time, aloha from Santa Monica, California. Bye!